Hello. I don't really know the makeup of who watches these videos, like where you are on your spiritual journey, if you're on one at all. Like, you may just think I'm crazy and enjoy watching a crazy person talk, or you may be like years beyond me and are like, "Oh, look at this kid and what they're figuring out for the first time, or think they're figuring out for the first time," that kind of thing. But for where I am right now, it's it's real annoying how easy it is to let the ego just distract. Like today, I was very much not at ease a lot of the day, completely self inflicted, because at any time during the day, I could have taken the time to do some breath work or just to do a small meditation, just quiet the mind. And I knew that in my head. Just do it, just quiet, get back to that place that you know exists, um, that you've always known exists. Just get back there, and you'll be fine. And all the ego wants to do, though, completely disregards the question and says, "Yeah, but it's I'm feeling so uncomfortable right now. We really got to do something about this." And you hear, "Yeah, just quiet your mind. That's all you got to do. You know this. This is what everything has been about. This is like the one lesson you keep hearing again and again." Ego completely ignores that. "Yeah, but it's so uncomfortable right now. Like, what are we gonna do about that?" Like two people truly not having a dialogue in any meaningful way. And it really, really is annoying when you've been that ego or identified with that ego for so long, and now you can see when you're at your clearest, you can see that all the reasons why that was never you, and why you never want to cling to that identity or even consider it as an identity. Like, you can see that clearly. But because it's been you, heavy quotes there, for all of your life, it's so easy to just believe it or forget that that you know you're more. Like, you really do have to be ever vigilant. Like, another that's something everyone's always saying. This is a full-time job in many ways. At least right now, at least at this point in your life, when you have to constantly remember you are not the person you always thought you were. You are so much more. And the moment you see that, it's the most obvious thing in the world. But if you have a tendency to forget easily, or you don't you don't have a track record of applying yourself repeatedly, devoted, and like if that's not something you're familiar with, it's so easy to fall off. And once you're there, man, everything's everything's a blur. So everything's a mystery. When everything's a mystery, everything's the unknown. And when you're that person and everything is the unknown, you don't know where to look, what to be focusing on. Everything is scary, and things don't need to be. Something I was focusing on a lot today was the like, for lack of a better word, just influence that I've found about myself that I have the capacity to have with the world around me. And there's always been this like reluctance to ever do that because it's always felt like evil. Like it's very or manipulative, or in a way almost violating, because it's like you can make a person believe something that you want and they don't even realize you're doing it. Like, you can say one thing to someone and then like say another thing another time and just kind of add it all up, and then a few weeks later they'll come to you and be like, "Hey, I had this thought." But it's like you knew that you could put that thought there if you gave them the right stimuli. And because I never really had a like a home base of morality before, like the only concepts that you really have like in your mind to use that are manipulative or just in general bad. So you think you're bad because you have this like gift that seemingly not everyone has. But the only thing you can see it for is like destructive. All you can use it for is your own gain. It's like those superheroes that like they have like fire powers. Like of course they're going to be a bad guy. Like all of their like power tells them they have to like destroy. And I was really focusing on that a lot today. And it wasn't until I finally did quiet my mind and really did get back to my inner peace, the peace that's always here, that for the first time I like saw the good that can come from it. I'm doing a Course in Miracles, I've said in another video, and take this with a grain of salt because I'm only like a third of the way through and I could have a very loose grasp on this. I know I don't need to be this defensive, but I'm saying it anyway. But what I described, like that ability I've had, that's creation. To what I understand. That's what we're here to do, right? Create joy, create love. I have the ability, more than most, to be able to inspire people to believe things. And it's very, like I'm kind of ashamed, but I'm not really. But it's like, why did I not think to use it to spread joy? Why did I not think to use this ability I have to influence people to make them happier? Why did I always just think it had to be for my own gain? Once you see it, it's the most obvious thing in the world, but that's what the ego does. It only wants to focus on the negative. So all you see is the bad thing. And like, I'm sure even if I had that thought before, all I probably would have thought is, well, you still could be doing bad with it. Like, this still is a destructive power. You can't do it. And like, just completely ignoring the good, ignoring the creation of it, only focusing on the destruction, shutting out any other ideas. The ego is a jerk. I don't like it. It really is like a cliche that like all this time you thought your power that only hurt people, or you could only see it hurt people, it ends up being a gift that like ends up saving the day. Ends up really being a force for good. It's such a cliche. And it's so real. It's so real. I just thought I'd share that today. Yeah, that's all. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. I love you.